On January 2nd, 1979, a life began that would be cut tragically short on March 24th, 2024. Cari Jamel Warner, Sr. was only 45 years old when he became yet another victim of an archaic, arbitrary, and cruel system. A system seemingly hell-bent on protecting its own power rather than delivering justice or basic human dignity. Too often, innocent people in need of real medical help get caught up in the low IQ, respect my authority or else cowboy mentality. It is a culture completely lacking in empathy, where leadership appears indifferent to the lives that they are sworn to protect and care for.
His name was Cari Jamel Warner. He had chest pain, and he became ill. So his mom took him to the hospital, and they determined that his kidneys were not working. They were 99% down. So only 1% of his kidneys were working. And so they kept him in the hospital. While he was in the hospital, they put him in surgery, and they put in like a little thing to do his dialysis, because they told him he needed dialysis every day for 3 weeks so that they could get him back to a little bit of health, but they weren't guaranteeing anything. So really, he was in a serious condition. During his hospital stay, they gave him his dialysis, and then on the second day that they were going to give him dialysis, he lost his shit. And I don't know if you guys know, or maybe y'all have experienced it. I have experience, because my dad had kidney failure, and at the end of his run, which was about 6 months, he was delusional. His mind didn't work correctly, and he saw things and thought he knew things that really weren't true. And this is what happened with my friend CJ. They were getting him ready to take him down to dialysis, and he started getting upset, and he told his mother that it was her dream, not his, and that he wanted to leave. Of course, he's 45, but really not in his right mind. So he puts on his shorts, he had his shirt on, and he proceeds to leave, and one of the nurses tries to stop him. And I've read the full affidavit, I read the full investigation, so I wasn't there, but I was on the phone and there every day that I could be when all of this transpired. But the day of the incident, he pushed a nurse out of his way, and she fell and hit her head, so she got hurt. And he ran down 3 flights of stairs through an emergency exit with nothing but a t-shirt, shorts, and socks on. Hospital socks at that. And when he got outside the door of this hospital, which I'll tell you where it was when I finish with my story, he sees this pharmacy truck. This truck was delivering pharmaceutical drugs. I think it was like some chemo drugs and all kinds of narcotics to the local pharmacy that was in this hospital. But he was unloading the truck, and it was unattended for just a few minutes. Keys in the ignition. I'm not sure if it was running or not. I didn't read that in the affidavit. But my friend, CJ, sees this truck, and he jumps in it, and he hauls ass. And next thing you know, the police is chasing him. They're chasing him all the way until they finally got the OnStar to turn the truck off. At this point, he's arrested. I'm pretty sure that they didn't pull him out of that truck gently. I've been a police officer, and you know, when you're in high pursuit, you're got the adrenaline flowing. You don't know if they're armed and dangerous. You know, the officers, you know, don't know what they're, so they have to be on point. So obviously they pulled him out at gunpoint, and they arrested him. So they take him to the county jail, and they in their affidavit, they say that they took him back to the hospital to clear him, to make sure that he was okay after the ordeal of the high pursuit. But what makes us upset is that when the news media came out about this, they said that suspect steals $2 million worth of narcotics and assaults a medical professional. And yes, he probably did react. Because, you know, even though that wasn't correct, at the same time, he's not in his right mind. He was crazy at the moment, I'm going to say. And then this truck is there, so he just took it. It's not like he planned to do it. He just saw an opportunity in his crazy mind and state that he jumps in this truck and takes off in it at 90 miles an hour, doing crazy shit. So he's arrested, charged. They clear him at the hospital, according to the affidavit. And the hospital says that he's okay. We're all mothers. Mothers are out there. And our kids are going to make mistakes. And so I get with my friend, his mom. Again, I'll tag her in this. She's given me permission to do this, by the way, because I wouldn't do this without her permission. And we go to the county and we're telling them, like, his kidneys are 99% failed. He needs dialysis daily. Like, he is on blood pressure medicines and high potent medicines. He needs IVs. He needs medicine. Like, he is not mentally stable. He is not in his right mind. We need you to understand that. And the way that we were received was, well, we have nurses and medical staff here, and we'll have them look at him. So the next day she goes again and she tells them, you know, my son, I need to know what to bring him. She put $20 on his books so he could call, but he wasn't calling. She didn't know if he was alert. She didn't know if he was talking. She didn't know if he was sick, because he literally is at 99% not functioning kidneys. He needs his dialysis. And again, she begs them and she says, please. And they tell her basically, you don't have any kind of power of attorney. You don't have any power of medical. He's 45 years old. He can make his own decisions. And she says, no, he cannot. He's not mental. I need you to tell me if y'all are taking him to the hospital for his dialysis, or he's going to die. Hang out for part 2.
In March of 2024, Cari walked into Comanche County Memorial Hospital complaining of chest pains. He was in desperate need of critical care. He was experiencing 99% kidney failure. Because of the systematic failures in leadership under the current CEO and an inept board, he would never make it out alive. To understand what happened next, you have to understand what the human body goes through when it reaches this level of renal failure. Severe cognitive impairment, extreme confusion, disorientation, hallucinations, and intense paranoia driven by toxic buildup. uremic encephalopathy, when kidneys fail to filter waste. Urea and toxins poison the central nervous system, causing physical and psychological survival-driven panic. Loss of motor control, involuntary muscle twitching, severe tremors, and a profound loss of physical coordination. Cari underwent surgery and was ordered by medical staff to remain at the hospital for a few weeks to undergo dialysis treatments. But by day 2, the uremia and failing kidneys completely overwhelmed his mental faculties. In a state of physical and psychological panic, on his way to dialysis, he decided he could no longer stay. A nurse attempted to intervene, informing Cari that he wasn't allowed to leave. Legally, as a 45-year-old adult, he had every right to make that decision unless a court order stated otherwise. In his altered uremic state, he tried to get past her, pushing her out of the way, and she reportedly suffered a head injury. One must ask, why is a small, petite female nurse getting in the way of a grown man, informing him that he cannot leave when he has every legal right to do so, and putting herself in harm's way? This hospital and this nurse should have been very well versed in the complications of someone suffering complete kidney failure. Anytime a police report or affidavit comes out of Comanche County Memorial, it must be taken with a massive grain of salt. Word choice is weaponized by higher administration. When the hospital's sociopathic leadership wants to frame a narrative, they label an incident an assault because it sounds damning on paper, even when lower-level staff know the reality of a situation is far different. This type of administrative leverage is routinely used to silence grievances, cover up patient abandonment, hide medication errors, or mask flagrant violations of patient confidentiality. Driven entirely by confusion and fear, Cari saw a vehicle outside and took it just to escape what his failing brain perceived as a hostile environment. He had no cognitive awareness that the truck contained up to $2 million worth of narcotics and chemotherapy medications. He wasn't a predator executing a premeditated heist. He was dying, disoriented, and a patient running for his life. Yet, watch how the legal world and the local media spun it. The initial broadcast framed the story in the most horrific manner possible: a dangerous criminal who assaulted a nurse to steal millions in drugs. By the 4 p.m. broadcast, however, the network completely altered the story, erasing the fact that the box truck belonged to the hospital itself. They realized the massive liability of admitting that a critically ill patient was left unsupervised enough to wander into the lot and drive away in a hospital-owned vehicle. The fabrications and fallacies have to stop. I purposely remember the morning broadcast, and they claimed that the box van and the medications and all that belonged to the hospital. It did not. By the 4 p.m. broadcast, the next available broadcast, since they don't have one at noon like the big cities do, they altered the story, but didn't bother to mention any kind of mistake was made or make a retraction. KSWO, you can never be trusted. Comanche County Memorial Hospital is far too intertwined with local law enforcement to be trusted on any legal matter. The bias is built into the system. Security guards and county detectives share payrolls, creating blatant conflicts of interest where affidavits are tailored to protect budgets rather than uncover the truth. If you do not go along with the system, raise concerns, or voice legitimate grievances, you are targeted. When Cari's mother and a close friend went to the sheriff's department to explain his severe medical condition, their pleas fell on deaf ears. The authorities smugly claimed that the hospital said he was just fine dismissively noting that at 45 he could handle his own affairs. They were too blind, too arrogant, and or too lazy to spend 5 minutes researching the reality of uremic panic. This specific brand of institutional stupidity cost lives. Now, one has to ask, how can a man require 2 weeks of hospitalization to the point that a nurse tries to get him to stop, knowing the dangers if he leaves, and then it go from that within hours to he's just fine and we've cleared him so he can go to jail? Regardless of the crimes that he has committed, he is still in need of extreme hospitalization to keep himself alive. By March of 2024, the Comanche County Detention Center, a faculty-filled facility already plagued by a horrifying track record of fatalities, recorded yet another death. Cari Jamel Warner Sr. died in a jail cell instead of receiving life-saving dialysis he required. Even in death, the cruelty didn't stop. Financial hardships left the family struggling to bury him, feeling as though his memory was being held hostage by a systematic poverty that grips this region. He leaves behind a mother who knew his true heart and children who are now forced to face a lifetime of trauma every time they see a local ambulance or a hospital commercial broadcasting its hollow propaganda, of course meaning Comanche County Memorial Hospital. But accountability is finally coming. A federal lawsuit under 42 U.S.C. Section 1983, deprivation of civil rights, is moving forward. When a motion recently dismissed a portion of the suit regarding a specific doctor, the court denied this motion to dismiss the claims of gross medical negligence against the hospital. This is a textbook case of medical abandonment, clear for any to see. The executives running this institution, clear, massive, high six-figure salaries. Most people will do incredibly nefarious things when they feel their wealth and status are in jeopardy. But wealth earned through dishonesty and systematic negligence evaporates quickly. Karma has a way of finding its target. To the leadership and board directing the city's institution, act humanely, act with dignity, act with actual empathy. If you're incapable of doing that, then step the fuck down and don't act at all.
You can count on us. This is 7 News at 10.
Thank you for joining us for 7 News at 10. I'm Tara Bates. Another inmate has died inside the Comanche County Detention Center. That's according to officials with the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. 7 News investigative reporter Seth Marsicano spoke with OSBI earlier today and has more. Seth?
Tara, according to OSBI, the agency was requested to come and investigate the death of Cari Warner yesterday at 4:30 in the afternoon. According to Sheriff Kenny Stradley, Warner was arrested for allegedly stealing a box truck off of Comanche County Memorial Hospital's property. A chase was then ensued, and he was later charged with endangering others while eluding, assaulting a medical professional, and theft of an automobile. Warner was in custody for less than 2 weeks when he became another deceased inmate. The first death this year was Taylor Specht earlier this month on the 6th, according to Specht's release report. Warner's body has been transported to the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's office to determine a cause of death. Officials with OSBI say the incident is still under investigation. We have sent a request for the ME reports for both inmates when they're completed. Join us later this week as we continue our investigation into the county jail to break down the structure and see who has the authority to make change. That report airs Thursday night at 10. Reporting for 7 News, I'm Seth Marsicano.
Okay, so I'm back. Part two of my friend's ordeal. So they arrested him. They said that his mother didn't have a right to, intervene in any form or fashion. So he was in jail at the county for, I'm going to say, the week. She did try to get an attorney, and an attorney was charging almost $6,000 just as a retainer to represent him. So that wasn't going to happen because they live on disability and there's not much money there. That's a different story. But just know that I wouldn't be telling the story if these people were not good people. They are amazing people. They are my family. You know how friends become family? This is who these people are. So anyways, days go by. I'm checking with my friend about her son every day, because I work all the time. You know, we have phone communication, and I was off last Friday, Saturday. And I'm driving home after being with my grandbabies and doing all kinds of stuff. Not this last Friday, Saturday. It was the weekend before. I think. I don't know. I don't even know what day it is, honestly. So I get a phone call from my friend. And again, she's tagged in these videos. And she's screaming on the phone. And at first I don't understand what she's saying. She's literally like screaming. And I think I heard her say that CJ was dead. So she says, my baby's dead. My baby's dead. They just came and told me my baby was dead. And what happened was he was at the county, is what we were being told. And that in that afternoon, we're really not sure on the time, because I didn't read all of the affidavit as far as the jail incident, but apparently he died while he was in general population at this county jail. And it was in the late afternoon, and they went to her house around 7:30 p.m., detectives and police, to let her know that her son had passed away. So I'm driving home from visiting my grandkids, but I literally just keep driving because she said the words to me, I need you. And I went straight to her home, which is like 30-40 minutes away from where I live. It's a different town. I drove straight to my friend. And we got the news. She told me everything. There was really no questions answered. We just knew that the OSBI, which is the Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation, was looking into the death at this county jail. And so my friend died at the county jail. Well, she goes to Oklahoma City, where she has family and support, and they all get together. They're trying to find funding because, sadly, my friend was young. I think I'm 47. I feel like I'm young, and my friend didn't have life insurance. So they're trying to come up with funds, money, and they finally plan a funeral service. And so this past Saturday, Thursday, Friday, I was off. This past Friday, I go to his funeral service, and we do the service. It was beautiful. And we go to the repast, which is what they call a repast. And then I noticed that we're not going to a graveside. Well, the family came up with as much as they could, and currently, my friend CJ sits at this funeral home hostage. The funeral home will not bury him unless they have $2,600. We did a GoFundMe, and we got some support, so that was good, but we still need $2,600 so that my friend can go into the ground. My friend, his mother, is dealing with a lot. I don't have any money. I wish I was rich, because I would have taken care of everything for her without question. But let me tell you who my friend was. My friend did not plan to steal $2 million of narcotics. I hate to say this, but he is a black man. And he assaulted a white woman at a hospital. And he stole a truck that happened to be unattended. Even if it was just for a few minutes, it was unattended with $2 million worth of narcotics. His kidneys were failing. He was ill. I feel like the hospital failed him because they knew he was serious condition. 99% your kidneys are not failing. Like, your kidneys are failing. So, like, why did the hospital not tell the county that he needed his dialysis to survive? And now I'm gonna cry. Because my friend, my CJ, did not deserve to die in a general population cell with strangers that didn't even know him. I've known him since he was 16. And I don't care what anyone says. He was a good man. He loved his friends, his family, his kids. We're not perfect, but my friend CJ did not deserve to die at a county jail that did not help him. I work for a prison. I work every day for a prison. So I know things, and I know how things are supposed to be. Yeah, he made a mistake, but he wasn't in his right mind. And now he's being held hostage by a funeral home. And he was a good man when he was right. And I'm not asking anybody for help or anything. I just wanted to tell his story because I wanted everyone to know the truth. A good black man has died because the hospital failed him. The county failed him. And that's it.
Your 7 News team is locked in somewhat of a battle with the Comanche County Detention Center over surveillance video from inside the jail. The detention center is dealing with 6 deaths in 2023 and 2 so far in 2024. Investigative reporter Seth Marsicano has been working to get real answers about what's going on, who's in charge, and how they're planning to make changes.
Its well-trained staff strives to provide a safe and secure facility. Its administration strives to act as good stewards to the taxpayers of Comanche County in their financial dealings. Its numerous facility programs strive to reduce the recidivism rates within the county. This is part of the Comanche County Detention Center's mission statement, but after a spike in deaths during 2023 and 2 already this year, Are those in charge living up to their own statement? On January 30th, we sent an Oklahoma Open Records request to view the surveillance video of the incidents surrounding the death of Keith Bradley while in CCDC custody. Denver Nix is the local legal initiative attorney in Oklahoma for the Reporters Committee for Freedom of the Press.
The way the Open Records Act is written, most of the Open Records Act clearly states that all records are open records except for some exceptions, and then it enumerates those exceptions.
After a week with no response, it was resent on February 14th. It was denied by the law firm representing the jail. In the response, they stated it would be a security risk to release a video to the public. KSWO's attorneys asked for reconsideration, but they held firm, arguing the records did not have to be released because the Comanche County Detention Center actually operates as a law enforcement agency and has been since 2005.
You know, if the jail wants to keep things secret and does not want to operate from a position of openness and transparency, then it is especially convenient to be considered a law enforcement agency, because the law enforcement agency is the part of the act where it just enumerates the specific kinds of law enforcement records that must be made public. And of course, none of the enumerated records are the kinds of records that jails have, because it was not written with jails in mind.
A point could be made, it's just as big of a security risk for violence inside the jail to not release a video to the public. This roadblock led to a deeper look into the structure of county jails, how they operate, and who makes the decisions. Let's look at the map of the overall chain of command as a family tree. It would start with the jail administrator of the detention center, who manages daily operations. Bill Hobbs retired as jail administrator on March 1st following an announcement he made earlier this year on January 5th. At the moment, David Weber, the chief investigator for CCDC, is currently acting as the interim. Officials say Weber has been with the detention center for around 7 years. When I tried to reach out and talk to Weber about his new title, I was told by county commissioners I would not be speaking with anyone from the county or the jail relating to this story. Meanwhile, officials say they're expected to hire a new jail administrator in the coming weeks. Comanche County commissioners are above the jail administrator in this family tree. District 1 Commissioner John O'Brien, District 2 Commissioner Johnny Owens, and District 3 Commissioner Josh Powers. I have reached out multiple times in person and over email since the start of this special report last year. However, all 3 county commissioners have repeatedly declined to comment. After the airing of the previous special report, they were advised by their attorneys to not participate in the story. They say they're working on solutions, but it's unknown to the public what action they're taking. At this time, the jail has already seen 2 deaths in 2024. Taylor Specht and Cari Warner. Specht was arrested in December of 2021 and charged with 2 counts of assault on a police officer. According to his release report, he died in jail custody on March 6th. Warner was arrested later in March on the 12th for allegedly stealing a box truck off of Comanche County Memorial Hospital property, according to Sheriff Kenny Stradley. He was charged with endangering others while eluding, assaulting a medical professional, and theft of an automobile. Warner was in custody less than 2 weeks when the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation was requested to look into his death on March 24th. Both bodies have been taken to the Chief Medical Examiner's office to determine the causes of death. In our original interview with then jail administrator Bill Hobbs, while he couldn't give an exact reason for inmate deaths, he talked about the jail's issues to retain staff, saying a lot of people don't realize what they're signing up for.
I've lost new people. The first time I'll take them down to the slider and the door slams. Once they hear that door slam, they're ready to leave.
CCDC has been under capacity for the past couple of months. Meanwhile, they signed multiple new agreements with surrounding county jails to be able to house inmates elsewhere. So what's being done outside of the county? A report released by Governor Stitt's Modern Justice Task Force, created to address issues in county jails across Oklahoma, lists multiple Comanche County officials as taking part in the study. This included District 3 County Commissioner Josh Powers, previous jail administrator Bill Hobbs, and Comanche County Sheriff Kenny Stradley. However, when I started reaching out on their participation, they weren't aware of any study. Problems this report addresses is lack of mental health care and overcrowding. It lists multiple recommendations on ways to help. However, it's up to the state legislature to put these suggestions into law. As this year's legislative session came to an end on March 14th, one bill was able to make its way through the House by recommendation of the task force. House Bill 3613 was authorized by District 62 House Representative Daniel Pay.
All this bill does is set a standard time for when an arrested individual needs to be charged with a crime, and that's 5 days.
After feedback from the District Attorney's Council, Pay said an amendment was made to allow 10 days for counties with a population of over 500,000. This does not apply to Comanche County. However, an extension can be made depending on the case.
And in my view, it's a very sensible proposal. I think we're all entitled to due process in this country. We're all entitled to a speedy and fair trial. And this bill, this recommendation fit in line with those principles.
Pay took this bill after its original author, Brian Hill, fulfilled the number of bills they could present this session, and Pay hopes this is the first of many to come. While there have been proposed changes meant to fix issues in the Comanche County Detention Center, these aren't end-all be-all solutions. Until those changes are implemented, you can count on your 7 News team to hold the people in charge accountable. Reporting for 7 News, I'm Seth Marsicano.
This wonderful department is going to allow us to serve our community for many years to come, offer the highest level of care.
Allow us to serve our community for many years to come, offer the highest level of care. Allow us to serve our community for many years to come, offer the highest level of care.